18 months ago, Holden put the new E-Series Commodore on the racetrack in round one of the championship in Adelaide. And great news this weekend for Ford fans. After an 18-month collaboration between Ford Performance Racing, 888 Race Engineering and Stone Brothers, behold the new FG V8 Supercar, and what a beautiful race car it is too. It's been an enormous project, and as you know, V8 Supercar racing is parity racing. We can't have a situation where a brand new car gets dropped on the road and it's suddenly doing wheel stands and it's 4 or 5 seconds a lap faster. The challenge for the engineering groups is how to make the car nicer year on year. A car with a lower centre of gravity, a car that's safer, a car that's easier to work on, a car that responds better to adjustability, and that's what they've done. And like the Holden, for example, they've got the new replaceable rails at the front and rear of the car, so if it takes a big impact, you can turn it around pretty quickly. Come to the side of the car and I can show you that instead of it all being welded together now in all the key spots, the whole side of the car is riveted. Again, you can replace it pretty quickly. It's a black hole in there, so I won't show you, but for safety, the driver's now further inboard as well. It's a much better deal for the drivers. Looking up the back here, an aero is going to be an important talking point. This car had a shakedown test on 3 occasions at the Yuyangs. That's Ford's test track between Melbourne and Geelong. But importantly, on June 16, 17 and 18, a 3-day test where they'll be sorting out the aero between this car and the Holden Commodore to make sure there's parity. Of course, the big question is, when's it going to race? We'll come back to that one in just a moment. But a bloke who's done some driving in the car this weekend, James Courtney, it's not a bad looking toy. What do you reckon?
No, it's fantastic. If it goes half as good as it looks, we're in with a good thing here. But no, it's it's a great honour to be the guy to first debut the car here this weekend and to give the fans their first look at the car. And 6 months out, it's great.
I made the point that you can't have a car like this suddenly do wheel stands and disappear down the road. It is about making them nicer, and you'll be hoping to get one of these cars in the not too distant future, in a car that can respond better to the sorts of things you need to stay at the front of this very close pack.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you build anything new, it's always an evolution. You fix where you made the mistakes before, so hopefully they've done that with this one, and it's going to be like a rocket. But we don't know until we get it on the track, but like I said, if it goes half as good as it looks, we're lucky.
When you look at the speeds that we're achieving here at this race meeting this weekend, V8 Supercars can continue to go quicker and quicker.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing, really. We're on the limiter so hard into the turn 6 this year. It's 268 kilometres an hour. It's awesome. Last year, I think I had the lap record at 10.4 and Jamie did 9.6. So to pull 8 tenths out of the lap record is pretty impressive.
Well, good luck for the balance of the weekend, and I hope you get one of these news toys soon. The big question, of course, is going to be, when do they race this car? Now, if the aero test ticks off and the homologation takes place, it could possibly happen from earlier in this season, or it might be held over to the beginning of the 2009 season. We're not 100% sure yet. Some teams, of course, may take the risk. The problem is, if you've got a car that's running very well at the moment, like this bloke's car, you don't want to jump out of a car that's working well and suddenly have to redevelop a car and refine it and make sure that it's working right. But I know that a lot of you Ford fans out there are looking forward to seeing this thing go racing.